friends. I have a story for you today about a cat who changes colors. And his name is Scat. Scat the cat. Did you hear that? Scat, cat. Those words sound the same at the end. Scat, cat. Those words rhyme. Can you say it? Scat, cat. Good. Well, this is Scat the cat. Once upon a time, he looked around and he saw that all of his brothers and sisters were black cats too. Scat decided he wanted to be a different color. So he said, I'm Scat the cat. I'm sassy and fat. I can change my color just like that. And all of a sudden he was green like the trees and green like the grass. What else is green like Scat? Well, he went out to play with his friends, but they couldn't find him because he was the same color as the grass and the trees. That made Scat very sad. So he said, I'm Scat the cat. I'm sassy and fat. I can change my color just like that. And suddenly Scat turned blue. Blue like the water, blue like the sky. What else is blue like Scat? Well, he walked to the lake and he looked at himself and he fell right into the water. But poor Scat couldn't swim. He called for help, but his friends couldn't see him because he was the same color as the water. Just then his friend Timothy the turtle saw him and carried him to shore. Scat didn't want to be blue anymore, so he said, I'm Scat the cat. I'm sassy and fat. I can change my color just like that. And Scat the cat turned yellow like the sun. On his way through the jungle, he met his cousin Leo the lion. Leo said, Grrr! I'm the only one that's supposed to be yellow. Scat was afraid. So very quickly he said, I'm Scat the cat. I'm sassy and fat. I can change my color just like that. And Scat the cat turned red like an apple. What else is red? Well, he went out to play with his brothers and his sisters and his friends, but they all laughed at him. Who ever heard of a red cat? They said. That made Scat feel sad. And he said, I don't want to be red. I don't want to be yellow or green or blue. I want to be a black cat again, just like my brothers and my sisters. And then he said, can you say it with me? I'm Scat the cat. I'm sassy and fat. I can change my color just like that. And Scat the cat went back to being black. I'm sure he likes himself just the way he's supposed to be. He didn't need to change his color, did he? No. Well, I have another story for you today that I bet you remember this cat. What was his name? That's right. His name is Pete. Pete the cat. Say the name Pete. Pete. P. What sound do you hear at the beginning of Pete the cat? P, p. That's right. It's a P sound. P. Pete. What about the word cat? K, cat. That's a new sound we learned today. What letter makes that sound? K, k, cat. It's a C. K, cat. Pete the cat. And this story is Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes by Eric Litwick and illustrated by James Dean. Let's read it together. Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes. Written by Eric Litwin and illustrated by James Dean. Pete the Cat. Pete the cat was walking down the street in his brand new white shoes. Pete loved his white shoes so much, he sang this song. I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes. Oh no! Pete stepped in a large pile of strawberries. What color did it turn his shoes? Red. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. He kept walking along and singing his song. Everything is cool. I love my red shoes. I love my red shoes. I love my red shoes. Oh no! Pete stepped in a large pile of blueberries. What color did it turn his shoes? Blue. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. He kept walking along and singing his song. Awesome. I love my blue shoes. I love my blue shoes. I love my blue shoes. Oh no! Pete stepped in a large puddle of mud. What color did it turn his shoes? Brown. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. He kept walking along and singing his song. Groovy. I love my brown shoes. I love my brown shoes. I love my brown shoes. Oh no! Pete stepped in a bucket of water, and all the brown, and all the blue, and all the red were washed away. What color were his shoes again? White, but now they were wet. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. He kept walking along and singing his song, rock and roll. I love my wet shoes. I love my wet shoes. I love my wet shoes. The moral of Pete's story is, no matter what you step in, keep walking along and singing your song. Because it's all good. It is all good, just the way he is. Well, you have a book at your house today about Pete called Pete's Shoes. And I want you this week to work on reading it. Remember how we point to every word and color the pictures the way the words tell you to. So this says, I love my white shoes. So what color should we leave his shoes? White, because our pictures and the words need to match. I love my orange shoes. We can see some oranges there. What color should Pete the Cat's Pete's shoes be? Orange. And you can keep reading and keep reading. See if you can find the word I on every page. I love my yellow shoes. There's some lemons. I love my green shoes in the grass. I love my blue shoes with the blueberries. I love my purple shoes with the grapes. I love my brown shoes. Remember how he stepped in the mud. And I love my wet shoes. Practice your book every day, pointing to those words and seeing if you can pick out the color words. You also have a picture of Pete. This is what mine looks like because I already colored it. I matched the words with the words on my crayons so I could find what color it said. Brown, purple, green, yellow, red, orange, and black. See if you can match up the colors with the words. You can find those color words written on the side of your crayons. See if you can match the words to color them the right color. All right, I will see you later today. Bye-bye.